This short lecture is about that rarest of animals, the business letter. The weather is here. Wish you were beautiful. Snail mail? What's that? Vacation postcards. Do you recall the last one you received, if ever? I don't think I've sent one since the dawn of Facebook. What about business letters? Does anyone write such antiquated things anymore? What's a stamp anyway? Yes, there are business letters. There are still a few types of communications that are best done in writing and mailing an original signed letter. Some of these are cover letters for resumes when you apply for a job. We'll do that in the next unit. Complaining about something, oh yeah, and often to thank customers for their business. So, what are the components of a business letter? Well, there are ways of addressing letters and it takes up a lot of space. On this slide are the components that most often go at the top left of a business letter in this country. So let's read it. Contact information, name, your job title, company, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, email address, then the date. We'll look at that in a minute. The recipient's contact information, who you're sending it to, their name, their title, their company, company address, and so on and so forth, takes up about half the page right there. Let's look at a few points. First, the date that you put on the letter. As I'm sure you've noticed, the United States is the only country which uses a mix of old and new forms of address. This is certainly true in terms of how to write a date. In this country, we have the strange custom of writing the month first, then the day, and finally the year. Most other countries write a date in a way that makes much more sense. They either go from the biggest to smallest, like year, month, day, or smallest to biggest, day, month, year. We always want to be different. Now, do you call somebody Miss, Mrs., or Ms.? The very old form of addressing an unmarried woman or a young girl who presumably wasn't married was to say Miss and last name, like Miss Jones. An even older form was to use the word Miss and the girl's first name, as in Miss Jane. No one does that anymore. There may be a few women who cling to the Mrs. title proudly to show that someone did indeed marry them once, but as a business letter writer, I wouldn't dare to guess who would prefer that. If I know a last name, I will always write, Dear Ms. Jones. It's pretty funny to me that Microsoft still adheres to putting a period after the two letters MS. Most people write Ms. Jones without that period, since it isn't really short for anything anymore. Men are much easier. It's Mr. for everyone, young or old, married or not. Sexism in action? Let's look at letter sections. First and foremost, make sure your recipient knows what you're writing about. If you have a case number or a reference to earlier correspondence, put that above the salutation. You often start that with the letters RE and a colon. The RE means regarding or referring to. Then say what you're writing about. Let's read the letter on the screen together. This is from somebody called Gia, Friedenberg, 13 Main Street, Anytown, California, etc., USA, phone number, email. Don't try that email, it's not real. And then the date, which was March 3rd. I wrote the whole word March because it's easier than 3-3. Mr. Andrew Miato, Director, Customer Service, Fab Shoes Incorporated, etc., etc. Then I put order number 12345 for red ballet shoes. And then since I know his name, I started with Dear Mr. Miato. And here comes my letter, which is very short. And it's a complaint letter complaining about some shoes that I had bought. It says, "I'm sorry to say that the shoes I ordered are not at all as described. I ordered size 8 and these shoes wouldn't even fit my daughter's smallest doll. Since there was not information in the package on how to return a faulty item, please send me such information as soon as possible. I would appreciate a postage-paid bag or box in which to enclose the tiny shoes. I expect a refund promptly. Sincerely," and my name. And when I'm really serious, I put in the doctor in there. It usually gets even better responses. So try your best to fit your letter to one page, even though the addressing takes up a lot of real estate. Too many words could sink the Titanic.